So I've seen this conversation come up before of would a machete be a good weapon? Let's just say during like a zombie apocalypse type situation, assuming that would ever happen. Would a machete be a good weapon? And I see a lot of people going back and forth on this. And the answer is basically yes and no. So let's discuss that a little bit. So, if you are going to pick a machete to fight with in like an apocalypse or zombie apocalypse type situation, first thing I recommend is definitely stay away from like the cheap $10 Walmart ones, like the Coleman brands and stuff like that. Stay away from the $6 Harbor Freight machetes. Those aren't gonna do very well. And also stay away from all the like zombie hunter type stuff. It's all just cheap stainless steel. And this one is a Schrade machete. I would avoid something like this too. I mean, I've used this a lot. You can see it's dirty and beat up. And this would not make a good weapon in my opinion because it's only stainless steel. It's already chipping a little bit here. I don't know if you can see that too well. But that's just from standard machete stuff, small saplings and stuff like that, and shelter building. And if it's gonna be chipping on small little trees like this big at the biggest, just think about what bone's gonna do to it. So that's something you would avoid. Then you have something like this. This is made by UST, and they call this a military machete. Now, that would assume that it would be good for fighting, hence a military machete. But again, I would avoid something like this. Maybe the Gerber one is a little better. I don't know, but like this one in particular, stay away from. Again, it's stainless steel. This thing's chipped already. I mean, the hook would be a decent weapon, but it will get stuck, and then you're going to end up having to abandon it. So, I mean, it looks like it would do a lot of damage, and it might for one or two zombies or whatever, but it's going to break. So far, it's looking like a machete is not a good option for a weapon in something like a zombie apocalypse or something. But there are decent options out there, and there's probably tons of really nice machetes that I don't have or I don't know about. I mean, the Kershaw machetes are pretty nice, and I don't have any of them, but they're tough as hell. They probably work, but a couple I do have is one is the Cold Steel Bowie machete. Now, I think this would work quite well because it's 1055 steel. It's super tough. I beat on this a lot, and I haven't chipped or rolled or anything the edge yet. And you have the strength of the steel, so you can chop with it, you can slash with it, and with this one it's very pointy and sharpened on the back, so you can stab with it. Which means if you're going up against zombies and get them in the side of the head or something, this is going to go right through it. So something like this is actually a good option for a machete for a weapon. And this looks like a weapon, and that's kind of why I have it, because I like it. But in my personal opinion, if I was going to use a machete in the zombie apocalypse or something, my pick would be the Cold Steel Kukri machete. Now, you may have seen the episode of The Walking Dead where Carol used one of these and stuck it in the head and it got stuck. It wouldn't get stuck. I'm 100% positive it would just slide right back out. But yeah, these are so tough. You're never going to break it. I mean, you'd have to blow it up to break it. these will go through skulls all day. And I actually use these during hunting season, or use this during hunting season, because when we process deer, we have to remove the legs, and instead of cutting it with a saw, I use this, and I've used this on pretty much every deer we've gotten around here for the past, 4 years, if not longer. I've never had a single chip, roll, bend, anything in this edge, and that's chopping through bone. And yeah, so if I can chop through dozens of deer legs with zero issues, a couple zombies here and there are not going to matter. This is going to go through them really easy. And being that it's the kukri shape, it's designed for chopping. So if you're going to get a machete for the zombie apocalypse, something like this is a very good option, but it's limited in what it can do. It does have stabbing ability, but I don't know. For my money, I'd say go for a kukri machete, and the cold steel kukri is an awesome machete. It's cheap, it's tough as hell, and yeah, this would definitely make a good weapon in a zombie apocalypse, or basically any kind of apocalypse situation. Whether you're going up against zombies or living people, this will get the job done, guaranteed, and it's not going to break. So stay away from stainless steel or gimmicky looking things. Stay away from anything that says Zombie Hunter, Z Hunter, or has biohazard symbols on it. It's all cheap stainless stuff. Avoid the Harbor Freight machetes and the cheapo Walmart machetes. They're okay if you just want a beater, or if you're actually going to do brush work, but if you want a weapon that's going to last, go for something like the cold steel kukri. And that's my take on the situation. Your opinions may differ, but I know damn well that this cold steel kukri machete is an absolute beast. So that's my video. Hope you like it. Make sure you subscribe, and anything else you want to add, let me know in the comments down below.